Hey everyone, it's been a while since I spoke to you all, and here I am again today. I'm Ifeoluwa Olusoya, and I'll be talking about how to measure your degree of persistence. I want us all to know that action without persistence is a waste of time. In fact, I really do think it's useful to ask yourself what your level of commitment is to a project or a goal before starting. Measuring persistence truly isn't easy, but the only true way to know your persistence level is to work on a project and see when you give up. If you quit a goal after 2 years, your degree of persistence is 2 years. Unfortunately, most of us don't have years of our lives to waste just to measure the level of commitment to a new project. Although it won't measure the real thing, I think there's a thought experiment that comes pretty close to pinpointing the actual value. Now, the question is, are you willing to work forever? You should pick any goal you want to measure your persistence for. Now ask yourself how long you will be willing to work on that goal without any positive feedback. How long would you be willing to work on a project without being able to see any results from your efforts? That length of time, I believe, is a rough estimate of your commitment to a project. Notice I didn't ask how long you'll be willing to work on a project. Instead, I asked how long you'll be willing to work in a vacuum devoid of any knowledge that you are making progress. If you want to start a business, ask yourself, how long would you be willing to keep experimenting and producing without earning a single naira of revenue or receiving any indication that your business would continue? But one thing I want us to be aware of is that persisting forever is stupid. Obviously, working forever without any results means you're doing something wrong. Either you've picked an impossible pursuit like trying to fly by flapping your arms, or your approach is completely broken. However, as a thought experiment, this question is still valuable. There are going to be some periods in the pursuit of any goal where you will completely lack positive feedback. You won't have any motivational fuel to encourage you forward or to move you or to motivate you. The question is based on how long you feel you can continue in spite of this total absence of results. Then you really should avoid projects with short persistence values. If you can't honestly give a high persistence value for a project, don't bother starting it. What's a high persistence value? It depends on the pursuit, but I'd say that the safest value is forever. Forever, in the literal sense, means an infinite amount of years, your entire lifespan, or some other unimaginable long period of time. But in this context, it simply means that you are not relying on positive feedback to motivate you. If you were able to continue towards a goal forever without seeing results, then you are in the safest position to pursue that particular goal. Persistence is not motivation. Having values of forever for some goals isn't a matter of motivation. Motivation is the urge to seek positive feedback. Persistence is the ability to continue forward in the complete absence of any. Motivation can't push you forward in a pursuit you would continue even if you never received any positive feedback. Instead, I believe persistence is a combination of patience and an intrinsic desire to do the activity. Running a business for me is a near forever in terms of persistence. I'm patient that I don't expect immediate feedback for any business effort I take on. In addition, I love writing. Even if I were forced to continue this as a no-income hobby, the value that I'm getting from it would push me enough so that I can continue. Let's look at this example. Video games are popular because they supply near constant feedback for actions. You kill the enemy, you kill the monster, then you get some points and stuff like that. But life is not a video game. Don't always expect positive feedbacks. There are often huge gaps when there is little reward for hard work. The longer and more difficult a project, the larger these vacuums can be. Motivation is important, truly, but it's also important to be able to persist through these seemingly infinite values without motivation. Thank you very much for listening. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and comment as well. Stay tuned and glued.